Okay.
No, we're not. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today it's a very special video. It's a K-pop Halloween inspired video, DIY thing. Yeah, with special guests.
Me, my glasses are crooked. Me, Giselle.
Yeah.
My glasses are crooked. I'm not showing up like that. So Halloween's my favorite holiday. So I was like, Rach, let's do one. Shout out to me, because I was like, let's do it.
So these DIYs is GD's Coupe d'Etat money
like
pot.
from the MV, you know.
Vixx Voodoo doll.
So cute. Oh my gosh. Block Beast jackpot.
The spinning. There's a name for it, but I just don't know.
It's like a Wheel of Fortune, but it's like the actual, spinning thing. And then
Beast Shadow.
Yes.
We're just gonna get onto the DIYs and let's go. For this Vixx inspired voodoo doll, I first found a template of Vixx voodoo doll online and drew it on a piece of paper. I drew each part of the doll separately and then I cut them out. Once you have done that, you're going to grab some colored felt that closely resembles the color of the voodoo doll in the MV. Then you are going to lay out the felt and put the template on top. With a Sharpie, start outlining the template onto the felt. Once you have outlined all your parts, just grab some scissors and cut that out. Now use that cutout to trace another cutout for the back. And don't worry if it's not perfect, voodoo dolls aren't supposed to be perfect anyways. After you have done that, I grabbed a reference photo from the MV of how the doll looked like, and with the Sharpie I just outlined everything such as the stitches and the heart. And since the voodoo doll has some stuffing coming out, I decided to fold the first felt and cut little holes on top. Then you're going to flip the first felt over and grab your hot glue gun and start hot gluing each piece together. Also, don't forget to leave a small gap at the top so we can stuff it on later. Once you created the gap, you're going to flip it inside out. So I thought this was gonna turn out pretty cool, but then it turned out like this, and I was like, oh my god, like what just happened? But it's okay. But yours is probably gonna come out better than mine. And then we're going to stuff it in with some stuffing, and as you can see the stuffing coming out from the holes, and that's what you want. And then you're going to grab some red felt, and you're going to make a heart out of it so you can put it onto the voodoo doll. Once you have done that, you're going to grab your hot glue gun and hot glue it onto the voodoo doll. Next, you're going to grab the stuffing that's coming out of the holes and ruffle it up. Next, we're going to grab some black paint and outline all the stitches onto the voodoo doll. And don't be neat with this either. And also, to be more precise, I decided to grab a small paintbrush to paint on the stitches. And then we're going to grab some brown paint and just make it look very dirty and beaten up. Also use a picture as a guide so you can know where to paint. One method I used was to grab some brown paint and blend it onto the felt, so it doesn't look like I just put brown patches everywhere. In the MV, the doll has an actual branch piercing through its body, but I didn't want that since it's just gonna hurt my hand if I hold it, so I decided to use some burlap and cut out little pieces so it can fit onto each side of its body. Once you have done that, it should look like this. Sort of, I guess. For this Block B jackpot inspired spinning wheel, I first grabbed my compass to trace a big circle and a small circle onto a wooden circle. I then grabbed some red paint for the outer circle and some white paint for the inner circle. And this is where I forgot to film, but basically what we did is to grab a deeper, darker red and some black and drag the paint up and down the wooden circle. When doing this, make sure to do some light and heavy strokes. Also make sure to paint the inner circle as well. And this is where I forgot to film again, but essentially we just grabbed some yellow paint and painted it on a star and then filled it in with blue paint. And if you're wondering why I'm saying we, it's because Giselle helped me with this part. And with the ruler, I'm just creating some lines across the wooden circle and then outlining it with black paint. So it should look something like this. And then I just grab some more yellow paint to outline the star and make it brighter. Then you should have 7 equal pieces and then grab some puffy paint or even just glue in general to spell out jackpot. And then just grab some glitter. I chose a combination of silver and gold and sprinkle it onto each letter. And shake off the excess glitter. And then next you're going to grab these wooden-like knobs and paint them with the same color as the circle. Next, just grab some Modpodge or some glue and paint it on the top and add some glitter. After you have done that, arrange them however you like and hot glue them into place. And then later on, Giselle decided to outline the star in black and the white circle in white and drag more of that deeper red onto the star. And now you're done! For this beast-inspired shadow canvas, Giselle first started off with a black canvas and used white acrylic paint to make up and down strokes across the canvas and used black paint as well. You're basically kind of painting like one of the BTS wing circles, and also add some brown paint as well. Next, you're going to grab some gray metallic paint and paint on whatever lyrics from the MV you want. And if you want, when writing down the words, you can also make them look very messy, but also make them look sharp as well. And then Giselle went back to the black acrylic paint and outlined each letter. And to make a candle-like droopy effect, grab your hot glue gun and drag it across the canvas and let it drip down on each side. And once it's dry, grab some metallic paint and paint over it. Then we grab some crosses and put them onto the canvas to arrange them into place, and then we grab our hot glue gun and glue them onto the canvas. And now you are finished! For this GD inspired coup d'etat money pot, you are first going to grab a glass pot and spray paint it black, and then set that to dry. Then lay out a piece of parchment paper and grab your hot glue gun and create this candle drooping effect. And just a heads up, this actually requires a lot of hot glue sticks, so I recommend getting a lot. So yeah, just keep continuing down the line until you have the right length for your pot. Once it's completely dry, just peel it off the parchment paper. Afterwards, you're going to grab your pot and wrap around it to measure out the length. Next, just grab your black spray paint and spray it on. Once your pot has dried from inside, you're going to grab your metallic paint and you're going to paint it on from the outside. This took me about 2 coats, and also you don't want to make it too opaque. You want to make it look old and rusty. Next, you're going to grab some $100 bills, and yes, I mean $100 bills because GD has that money. And then we're going to grab some black paint and drip it onto the $100 bill, and also shake it so it can make it more of a droopy effect. Just basically go all out and make it very messy. And make sure to spread all the black paint out evenly. Next, you're going to grab that black, I don't even know what it's called honestly, that black droopy candle effect thing that we made with the hot glue, and then hot glue it into place so it can look like this. I also made more off camera and I hot glued them all into place. And make sure when you're hot gluing this, you want to glue all the way down so it can stick better onto the pot to make it look like it's actually dripping. Next, you're going to grab your $100 bills and arrange them into place. I know mine are still not dry, but I still wanted to show you guys. And lastly, you're just going to hot glue them all into place and you're done. But that was the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more DIYs. And any last words, you said?
Watch all the MVs that we got inspired by and others that need love, and yeah, have a happy Halloween. Enjoy it. Listen to the K-pop. Yeah, that's it.
Alright, well, we'll see you in the next one. Bye!